The changing of seasons in video games is generally relegated to lifestyle type games like your Animal Crossings, Harvest Moons, or Stardew Valleys. Those types of games usually take place over the course of months or even years, and the changing of the seasons helps portray a sense of progression to the player. But what happens when a game developer just says screw it and decides to buck the trend and does something a little crazy? What if they added seasons to a 3D platformer? Well, put on those rain boots, slip on that Speedo, bust out that leaf blower, and grab your sleigh, because today, we'll be experiencing all 4 seasons in a little level called Click Clock Woods. So, as I mentioned in a previous video, Flip Flop Woods has that classic Banjo level design, where the level revolves around a central object. In Click Clock Woods, that central object is this big old tree, and let me tell you, I love this goddamn tree. There is just something so cool about climbing up a giant ass tree. Giant ass tree? You use these cutout sections of the tree to make your way to the top. And these sections are just so aesthetically pleasing. Rare could have just easily made a series of ladders and floating platforms as a means of scaling the tree, but they went with these woodpecker style cutouts instead, and I'm so glad they did. It just gives the tree so much character. And honestly, using floating platforms is just lazy. Rare would never stoop to that level. They would never just have random platforms in the air with no context on why they are there or how they're being held up. I'm sorry, but these fucking platforms bother the shit out of me. They put all this effort to give everything used to scale the tree some kind of context, like the cutouts or the branches, then they just decide to shit out these generic wooden platforms and have them floating in thin air. So, aside from these catastrophes, the tree is actually really great. It actually has the honor of winning my prestigious Bushiest Tree Award for the best tree level in gaming. So, as awesome as this big ass tree is, it's only one portion of what makes this level so good. The other is the portion I was alluding to earlier in the video, the seasons. So, Click Clock Woods' main gimmick is the changing of the seasons as you progress to the level. When you first enter TikTok Woods, you are greeted with a central hub, which consists of a circular room with 4 different doors, each corresponding to one of the 4 seasons. However, the only door that is open to you is spring, so you're forced to start your journey there. And honestly, spring is a great place to start. The music, first off, is absolutely bopping. It instantly gets you excited and makes you feel like, damn girl, spring has sprung. And so is my dick, cause I love this level. Huh? It really makes you want to explore this lush green world, with overflowing rivers, giant flowers, tree forts, and baby birds. Everything about this section of dipped up woods just screams spring, and I love it. So, once you've explored spring enough, you'll come across a switch at the top of the tree with a sun on it. Hit the switch, and the summer section of TikTok Woods will unlock in the main hub. And this right here is where the level really starts to hit its stride. As you enter summer, you'll notice there's been a couple changes around these woods. The music has changed to fit a more summery vibe. The once overflowing rivers have been dried up by the hot sun. The half-built tree fort is nearly complete. The baby bird that you so lovingly and gently hatched from its egg is now asking for food. And the giant flower grown from your butt eggs is now waiting to be watered. And by the way, what is up with these butt eggs? Like, I don't get it. Is shitting eggs out your ass supposed to be funny? It's not a fun ability to use, and it's used so sparingly that I honestly forget it exists half the time. I will guarantee you there's not one Banjo fan out there that enjoys this ability. Let me know in the comments if you are pro or against butt eggs. As I was saying before I went off the rails there, it's the changes that each season brings that really differentiate this level from others in the series. Each time you enter a new season, the level changes in a way that makes it exciting to explore again. even though you're basically treading the same ground. And it creates situations where things you do in previous seasons will have an effect on the later seasons. Like when you finally get the fall, that butt flower you've been tending to the past couple seasons will finally bloom, granting you a Jiggy. I'm more of a booby flower guy than a butt flower guy personally. And when you get to winter, that baby bird you've been feeding is all grown up and will shit this Jiggy out for you. Honestly, good for Kazooie. That girl will put anything in her mouth. There's also the Naughty Beaver Saga, where you have to help poor Naughty remove this boulder from in front of her house. Then, come back in fall once the water levels have returned to normal, and collect your prize. Side note, Naughty the Beaver also won my even more prestigious Bushiest Beaver Award for the best beaver in gaming. Honestly, who doesn't like a bushy beaver? Especially one that's a little naughty. Fun fact, Naughty is also the name of the beavers in Donkey Kong Country. Honestly, the only real criticism I have for the level is the fact that you have to collect worms for this baby bird not once, but twice. And same for this slutty ass squirrel and his acorns. Also, Rare, what the fuck is up with these animations? Shit's just falling through the floor left and right. This is some jank ass shit, bitch. There are people who will state you're essentially playing the same level 4 separate times, and that Click Clock Woods feels small because of it, especially considering it's the game's final world. And to those people I would say, first off, how dare you? And second, even though all 4 seasons share the same geometry, it never feels like you're playing the same level. Each season is changed up just enough where it feels fresh and exciting every time you hop into a new one. Like how everything in winter is covered in ice, making it hard to navigate. Or how the river in summer is dried up, making falls deadlier. Add on top of that the fact that the level progresses as you move from season to season, and you have a level that is truly unique, not just in the Banjo franchise, but in the 3D platforming genre as a whole. And a level that revolves around the concept of change. I find it funny that my feelings have always stayed the same. Slap this bitch up with an S. Well, there you have it. We've now covered every single level in Banjo Kazooie. From the mediocre mountains of Mumbo's Mountain to the ever-changing seasons of Click Clock Woods, and everything in between. It's been a journey, but going back and playing these levels made me realize just how special this game is. It's without a doubt one of the greatest 3D platformers of all time, and I just hope we did it justice with our videos. So, you're probably wondering what's next for Press A. Well, we're going to be going from one of the greatest 3D platformers of all time to one of the greatest 2D platformers of all time. That's right, it's Tropical Freeze time, baby!